Great morning. It's your man Chris Jones, NoVACAIN Kennels, man, and headed to work a little bit late, but it is what it is. But we got a lot of stuff going on right now. I have been carefully and wisely watching the puppies and their development, and how they are drinking water, how they are urinating, how they defecating, keeping on time with dewormings, vaccinations, and so forth. So if things continue to go the way they are right now, a couple of the puppies who are under spay and neuter contract deals, they will be released this weekend. Just 3 days shy of 8 weeks. Good morning. And but that's only if they continue to progress, for the rest of this week. So that means they have to get all the way to Saturday morning before I make the final call out that those few can come pick up their pups. The pups must gradually continue they must stay the same or gradually increase, which means they are getting better at what they are doing and how they are acting. All right. We will not release a puppy that is what I call too premature, which means, the puppy isn't really drinking on its own. It's really depending on us to do everything for them. That's when we would kind of hold back on releasing a puppy for that, all right? But we have 4 puppies left. We have 2 fawn blue males. We have a fawn blue female, and then we have a black and white female. I have been getting a lot of calls about puppies, and what happens is people see all of the puppies together in videos, so they're like, hey, I want to try. Hey, I want to try. Hey, I want to try. So I have to make it very clear and keep my cool and say, look, we only have 4 puppies left. Like, the tries are not available, And then to the couple people that contact me here off of YouTube, I told you guys last night that we will not sell our tri bitch, nor will we sell our chocolate bitch. Thank you for the offers on them. Double what we asked for the other puppies, but those 2 puppies are actually quadruple. They're worth, because they are our picks and they're staying here at NoVACAIN Kennels. We have, I don't know if the homie want me to tell everybody, but we got, I won't put his name out there. We got Tilly going across the United States. She's going to Oregon. And she's going to be a very, very nice bitch. Tilly is the black bitch with the brindle markings. The one thing about Tilly, though, Tilly has a lot of spunk, has a lot of fire when it comes to that little ass dog. She's very feisty. But if you can control Tilly's mind, which means if you can keep her brain working, you can give her enough things to do, puzzles to solve, tasks to do, Tilly will be one of those exceptional dogs. And I say that because if we had more land where I'm at now, Tilly would not be going anywhere. Tilly would be staying with me. But a dog like Tilly, I need to have a little more space than I have now. Because we still have to separate our dogs from time to time and just give them their own personal space. And that takes me on to the next topic. Lately, I've been hearing and I've been seeing a lot of people complaining about cages. Cages. You're not a good owner if you got your dogs in cages. You're not a good owner if you leave your dogs in cages for 8 hours. I don't have to put my dogs in cages. There's nothing in my home for my dogs to destroy. But then you look at these same people's homes, and their homes look a hot freaking mess because the damn dogs done ripped up carpet and chewed on blinds and was all on the back of the couch, and You know, just like some off the wall stuff. Me personally, at NoVACAIN Kennels, when we leave our home, we cage our animals. Our animals go into their pens. The cage is a dog's personal space. A lot of people never realize when you're dealing with bull breed dogs, they need time in their own personal space. If you have two dogs, get along forever. One day get into it. What are you going to do? Leave one outside and leave one in the house? So the one outside can be jealous of the one in the house, and the one in the house can be jealous of the one outside? And then you are constantly having to deal with that issue over and over again because you are creating the combative nature by not giving them their own personal space. Now, their own personal space can be in the form of a crate inside the home, a kennel outside of the home, you know, but it's their own personal space. So when a couple of my dogs get into it, I control it to get them to calm the freak down and go in their own places. They are in their space, their personal space, lined up in a row. But they are feeling that, hey, the other dog's tension is coming down, so I'm bringing mine down. And they can feel that through the pins. But that's all because we gave them their own personal space. So when it comes down to us, we recommend that you utilize and get a kennel, a cage, a chenelle, however you want to say it. I normally tell my dogs get in the chenelle, and the chenelle is just French for kennel, okay? I tell them chenelle, and they go in their cage, and they have their own personal time and space. But I highly recommend that, because when you do that, you will understand and you will learn that your dog gets comfortable. You get frustrated with your dog, you say, get your butt in the cage. They go to their cage, and they know whatever's in that cage, that's theirs. Tear it up or leave it alone, whatever it may be. But they have their personal space to relax in, and it gives you peace of mind knowing, hey, I got them locked away. I used to be the guy that leave my dogs out and, you know, not put them in pens and stuff like that, until one day I came home. And I came home because I forgot my wallet. Walked in the house. King Kane, the sire to Meishong, the sire to Misha. That fool took all of my cards out of my wallet and ripped my leather wallet up. So after I dealt with him because of that, I looked over to the wall, and Lady Duchess, which is Misha's dam, was chewing got doggone holes in my drywall. So after that, I always own cages though. After that, I said, no more. Every time I leave the home, my dogs will be pinned up. Now, what's excessive pinning time? I've left puppies and dogs in pens for 12 hours. Had no issues whatsoever for 12 hours. But when I released them from being locked up for 12 hours, you know, we did a ton of work. We went for long walks. They were fed, and they actually got to sleep outside of their pen that night. 8 hours, 8, 9, 10 hours. I mean, I've done it before, and I'm most likely will have to do it again because of the style of work that I do. You know, we have installs. Sometimes they run us late. I do interior design. We make your curtains from scratch, and we come install them and all of that. So I know there's going to be times again where my dogs are pinned up for about maybe 10 hours. And I prefer my wife leave my dogs where they are. Because when I'm not home, two of my dogs, Abe and Misha, they try to establish the hierarchy. They try to be the next in line and not give my old lady the respect that she deserves. And that's all because of the connection that they have with me. You know, I kind of kept those puppies a little tighter to me and didn't allow her to do certain things with them. But when they are in their cage, they're fine. If we release one, they're trying to get through to the other cage and vice versa. But if I leave them there and then release them when I get home at the same time, both walk out, go do what they have to do. And then for some odd reason, if I leave them out in the morning, first thing, I get up. I'm like, where the hell are my dogs? I go upstairs. They're all laying in their damn pens because that's their personal space. Having cages is personal space for your dogs. It's needed. It's required. I don't understand why people don't use it. It baffles me. On top of that, everyone that's getting a NoVACAIN Kennel puppy, food prices, package prices will be out today. Those who are getting puppies shipped, I will be contacting your shippers by the end of the week to see if they will be willing to ship extra food with those puppies for you guys. Also, we will be doing the NoVACAIN Kennels from Pup to Adult Handbook. If you're not getting a pup from us, we still will allow you to get a NoVACAIN Kennels from Pup to Adult Handbook. It's $10 for it. It talks about raw feeding. It talks about deworming. It talks about a little bit of the history of NoVACAIN Kennels, training, exercise. It has an article in there written by Dr. Karen Becker about spay and neutering, which is an article I think a lot of people should go read, as well as look her up on YouTube. Dr. Karen Becker, DVM, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, Karen Becker. It's like Mercola Healthy Pet or something like that. Look her up and look up what she says about spaying and neutering. This is something that I spoke on many years ago. I am super psyched that a lot of vets are starting to recognize some of the harm that spaying and neutering is doing to animals at a younger age, especially the dogs. So yeah, that's going to be it. I'm at work. It's time for me to get in here and grind out. NoVACAIN Kennels, 4 puppies left, 3 fawn blueies, 1 black and white with tan on her. She's not a tri. She doesn't have tan points. Your dog must have tan points in order to be a tri dog. All right? That's the key to knowing a tri. Tan points, tan points, tan points, tan points, tan points, tan points, tan points. All right? A black and white with tan markings, 3 fawn blueies. I'm going to say Queen is a fawn bluey brindle. I mean, she's like developing brindle markings, which is very unique, which is very cool, which is very odd, but I like it. You know, she's pretty. We have Howler, we have Rolo, we have Queen, and we have China Doll. Those are the 4 remaining puppies. Everyone else who's going to ask me about selling them, the tries, they're not for sale. They are been sold or they're staying. The one staying with us, one is being released this weekend. The blue tri is being released this weekend to her family on a spay and neuter deal. And then all of you that keep asking me about Kill Bill, aka Pig, whose real name is Gita, she ain't for sale. She ain't for sale. And in time, y'all will see why. Best believe that. It's your man, Chris Jones, NoVACAIN Kennels. I will come live later on this evening when I get home with a yard video with the puppies and the adults. And we'll just rock out from there. Much love, much respect. Make today a great day. Blessed to be woken this morning. Have a great day. Talk to y'all later.